episode number 1 of what we're calling Sippin with Cip. Hey guys, how are y'all?
What's up?
Hey
Doing good.
coach.
Doing good. It's basketball season.
Man, it is. It seems like a long time ago that the semifinal against Duncanville occurred, but and I guess it kind of is, but a lot's changed since then for sure.
Yes. Yep. A ton. Ton.
And we had y'all on podcast a couple months ago as we rolled into basketball season. We wanted to get you out here and the guys to talk about it. And it, like you say, it started now. And
Yep.
I put together. I'm going to share my screen here real quick. I put together a little little thing we can look at here, just to show how your week went, because you've played 5 games in 9 days.
Yes. I need some practice time. I'm tired of games.
Yeah, I'm sure. I just want to say, all right, there you go. And it started out last week.
Yep.
You guys played over in the Noble Classic in Arlington. Is that where that was?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And you started out with a big win against Jesuit, which it's always fun to beat Jesuit. Too bad it wasn't at their place, but
we like going there.
Yeah,
It's a fun. I told them every year. I said I'll just come to you every year. I
Yeah.
love playing in Jesuit. Great crowd.
yeah, it is a great crowd, and beat them by 20. You turned around and played a prep school from San Antonio called Antonian Prep. Don't know anything about their background. In fact, I'd never heard of them. So what can you tell us about those guys?
Yeah, so in the last 5 years, they've won 30 games the last 5 years. They're one of the top, if not the top 6A TAP school. Just really good. Several college basketball players. They have a little guard about Neo's size going Division I. So they purposefully paired us up so that we can see a great guard-to-guard matchup in that. And to be honest, it was a game that really didn't go our way for a majority of the time. We couldn't turn them over. We weren't killing them on the boards where I thought we had a huge advantage. We played, and hats off to them. They did a really good job of just playing to their tempo and not ours. And, throughout the third quarter, we ended up making a huge comeback, and Dylan Matlock-Reed buried a 3 with about 5 seconds to go to give us the win. But it was really neat to see when stuff isn't going your way, can you battle back, or you're going to lay down? How much fight do you have to you? How much winning do you have in you? And it's been apparent through these first 5 games that our group is a winning group. They have a lot of fight and a lot of toughness and a lot of resilience to overcome some bad shooting nights or some just off nights in that general, and different guys have stepped up at different points. So it's been really cool to see that development of this young team.
What did Neo do that game against that prep school?
What did he do?
Yeah, how many points do you have that game?
I want to say he had 30, 33 against.
Did
Antonio.
he outdo the other guard?
Oh, the other guard had 1 basket.
Oh, jeez.
Now we put him on the free throw line a couple of times, but we take a lot of pride in the other person's best defender. We try to very much take him out the game, and I thought we did a tremendous job of that. And we do a lot of preparation even for these games. We treat these games like we would a state game. We're gonna watch a ton of video. We're gonna go through their sets. So it's once again, you have a new team, and last year's team was so veteran. They've been doing it a very long time. So I was curious how much information I could give this new group, and then in return, and them go do it on the court and take away. And they showed a lot of just a lot of poise and they gave me a lot of confidence in their basketball IQ and willingness to do things that wins games. And in that game, it really we were able to tell.
Yeah, I remember when we talked at tailgate, when y'all came and tailgated with us a couple of weeks ago at football, that you felt really good about the talent level that you have. It was just a matter of experience and all these guys playing together.
Yeah.
and just seeing how that all meshes, because practice is one thing, but until you get in a game situation, like weren't y'all down by like 13 at the end of the first quarter or something like that against this prep school? Yeah.
Very slow start.
Yeah.
And like you said, just a team that we are talented, but how much grit, and when things don't go our way, are we going to point fingers, or are we going to come up with solutions? And obviously having a guy like Neo on your team, and a guy like Shion, and a guy like Austin that's kind of been there a long time. Our seniors didn't play a lot last year, but they're high IQ, big time leaders. Like, they understand what wins. So just to have them guiding these young guys, has really helped us out so far.
Coach, you mentioned too, back when we were talking at the tailgate, if I remember, you said one of the things you had noticed as of yet that team, even though very talented and so forth, you felt like they hadn't quite grasped how to win as of yet. Are you starting to see the transition from that point? And it sounds like it with the prep school game, that you probably are starting to see, hey, this team's starting to get it and starting to figure out how to just win. And I'm curious to see what you think about that right now.
Yeah, when you coach a team like last year's team, you get spoiled really quick, because they did
Absolutely.
They did a lot of little things that impact winning, and you almost take that for granted, at times. And then when you go watch a new team and them not doing those things or understanding those things at that level, you just have to have a lot of patience, and you have to go back to teaching, and you have to go back to showing a lot of film, and really have to, like I said, start all over. And I made that mistake at Sulphur Springs, where I thought the next group was going to be really good and just understand it right away. And so we tried to really slow things down. And in the fall, there was some frustration. Like, there's a lot of guys just not able to make those winning plays, or once again, not fully understanding what goes into it every day. And but at the same time, they're young. They shouldn't understand. Like, it's our job to teach them, and our job to show them. And I really feel really good at this point. Like, they're really starting to understand what that looks like, and just the togetherness. Because when you have a lot of new people, we have one kid who transferred in. The rest are Allen guys. But they have come from different teams, so trying to mesh that can be tricky. And this group has just really bought into that and bought into us, and we've been able to see the results so far. But we're nowhere close where we need to be. But I feel really good. We're trending in the right direction, and we're starting to really understand, what goes into winning.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you followed up that weekend with a Tuesday night game against Highland Park at Highland Park. Always a good test. It's one of those teams that you, in my mind, and again, I've lived here a long time, Highland Park never has the 4-star, 5-star athletes, but they're well coached and they play great team ball. And so it's a good test for you to be able to, it's almost like playing Princeton over and over again, and just they play, they pass so well. They're pretty good shooters, and just, y'all played with them for a little bit, and then you finally, and you see here by the final score, 84-65, but it took a while to get that lead. And I don't know how you felt about that game.
Yeah, we tried to put our team into hostile environments, into playing different styles of teams, because that's what the playoffs in our district's going to look like. And we have to learn how to play against just a ton of different teams. And Coach Peeler over at Highland Park is a legend. He's a mentor of mine. I've stole a lot of stuff from him. We talk a lot of basketball. I actually go to church with him. But his teams are always so disciplined and just tough and gritty, and they make you earn everything. And he's gonna throw the kitchen sink at you. You don't know what you're gonna get when you line up against them. And we saw man-to-man, we saw a 1-3-1, we saw a 2-3. So you just see a lot of different things. And once again, a team that's not going to go away. They're used to winning. They're ranked in their division. Like, they're going to have a chance to go win a state championship in their league. So to be able to just stay with the system, trust it, guys not freak out when it is a close game. I think we were up by 7, maybe at halftime or something similar to that. But over the course of 4 quarters, if we can continually play our style, Hopefully we'll wear teams down, and we'll start stretching that lead out. And finally, somewhere in the third to fourth quarter, we were able to do that, and just kind of come away with a pretty good win.
Now you roll up to Oklahoma City for what is it called? The Pride of the East Side Showcase.
Pride of the East.
Yeah. And Friday night, a game that, we'd have loved to come to, but, football kind of got in the way of that. So we didn't get up there, but evidently a pretty good game with a team out of New York, Nazareth Catholic.
Yeah, no, they were really good. They super athletic. They had a point guard who was high level, kind of a mid-major-ish type guard who might have been one of the fastest kids I've ever seen in my life in the end with the basketball. We could not stay in front of them. We couldn't turn them. We couldn't trap them. We was hitting double teams at him. He was splitting, spinning, and he made life really tough for us. Another team that had a lot of size and a lot of athleticism, kind of reminds you of a Duncanville type field or a Lancaster or DeSoto, just with their length and size that they can really get into you. And to be honest, they jacked us up in the first quarter. It was, I want to say it was like 22-8 in the first quarter or something like that. We were shell shocked right from the tip. They tipped it, got a dunk. We went down, turned it over. They got another dunk, then got an offensive rebound. So once again, it was a testament to our guys that they settled down. It was funny. Neo came to me and said, "Coach," it was during the time. I said, "Just give me a hug. I just need a hug real quick." I was like, "Okay, I'll give you a hug." So I hug him. He goes, "All right, I'm settled down now. We're good." And he's like, "Coach, you ain't got to worry anymore." And I didn't. We started getting good shots and we started getting stops. We started blocking out, doing little things. And once again, the cool part has been, I don't know if it's cool for the players, but for a coaching staff, it's been really cool. We're playing about 11 to 12 guys right now, trying to figure out who's going to be in our lineup and who's kind of going to be in that top 8. So we're doing a lot of experimenting. We haven't started the same lineup. Each week we've started a new lineup. Actually went with the sophomore this weekend and Bennett Mosley. He's been outstanding for us, but it's somebody new has stepped up every single game for us. And Neo's obviously done his thing. He's played about as good of basketball as I've ever seen a high school kid play, as far as of scoring, impacting, winning, and then doing it really efficiently. We can talk about some of his numbers here in a second, but they're pretty outstanding. But once again, like Austin Lomberg took a game-winning charge, slid over, once again, a senior who knows what wins, who wants to win, pretty much sealed the deal there. And, just different guys stepped up at different times in that game. And we were fortunate to come away with the win, but once again, just showed that fight and competitiveness. And I said, y'all just kind of refuse to lose. I've coached a lot of really good teams, and what separated good teams from great teams is their ability to good teams, they lose close games. Great teams win close games. So if you could do that on a consistent basis of just, hey, it's a messy game, but we found a way to win, it's usually a sign of was going to be a pretty special season. So,
yeah, I think for those who really got into last year's team, they need to realize rather quickly that this isn't last year's team, and you're not going to have, a 50-point lead at halftime over teams, and holding the team to 7 points. It's a different brand of basketball because you got, 7 seniors that graduated and they're not there. Yeah. So, well, last night you took on Little Rock Central, a game that I drove up for, against a very athletic team. But in my mind, and again, I think their athleticism, they're really good at driving and doing layups, but their shooting was not that good in my mind. But it was tough for you guys. You had to earn it.
Yeah, I think there was a lid on the basket the whole night because they couldn't throw it in the ocean and we couldn't throw it in. That might have been our worst shooting performance I've ever seen. We actually, you'll love this stat. Neo went 5 for 5 from 3. Once again, just can't miss. Tyson Chandler went 2 of 3 from 3. And then the rest of the team, so that's 7 threes? No, 8. We took 8. The rest of the team went 1 of 31. We took 39 threes yesterday. We were letting that thing fly. Love the confidence, but there was definitely a lid on the basket. But once again, Highland Park, we shot it really well. Nazareth Catholic, we shot it pretty well. But this was a game where we didn't. And, how can you still win? And this was it's hard playing a back-to-back because of how much scout film we like to watch and how prepared we try to really be going into the game. But, in a hotel room, we're walking through stuff and showing film. And, we knew that team had some really elite guards that really get into the basket. And I thought that was our best defensive performance up to this point so far. We did a really good job of keeping them out of the paint and making them do something that they don't do well, which is shoot and get it out of the hands of good playmakers. And we were able to rebound and, go back on the other end and convert at times. So, just another messy game, but a tough game, tough opponent, probably arguably maybe the most athletic team we'll see all year. Just once again, getting to see these different styles and, it's just going to help us in the long run.
Yeah, it will. I got to tell one story because Cody and I were almost crying. So y'all know how when Cip coaches, he's up and down in front of the bench. Well, he always has that marker in his hand, right? And so he's jumping up and down and he slings his arm up and he throws the marker into the stands.
My God.
It's a girl. And I'm just like, dude.
I felt so bad. I said, "Oh, I'm an idiot." I looked at the young man. I'm so sorry. Can I please have my marker back? So I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was funny. I was like, I looked down there and the girl was looking at him. I could see on your face it was like a sheepish look, like, oh my gosh. But yeah, just hang on to that thing.
And it just flew out. Against Highland Park, it flew to the free throw line. I got to keep a tighter grip. I got to get back in the weight room or something. So
that's awesome. All right. Well, just quickly on the schedule coming up, you've got a Friday game and Thanksgiving Hoop Fest. You and I were talking before you hopped on here, playing Mansfield Lake Ridge at 9:20 at night on Saturday.
Yes.
So as we know, Lake Ridge was a very good team last year. And then the In and Out. In and Out. That was a championship. They were loaded. Yeah, very loaded there. You got that, and then the following week you decide you want to go to Honolulu for a tournament. So look at that.
That'll be so fun. Yeah, we have a big week. Once again, we get a lot of practice time. We kind of build our schedule like that, where we'll play some games and play 4 or 5 games, and let's get back to the drawing boards and get back to practicing what we really need to work on, keep guys healthy, and then prepare for what's coming. And with our unique schedule that we have to put together because we have 9 teams in our district, so you have to kind of be tricky with your scheduling because of as many district games as you play and how early you start district. But a cool opportunity evolved for us. And going to Hawaii, we got invited to this national event and just getting to play somewhere new, which we really like. I'm a big proponent of, like, when you're with us, I want you to not only love basketball, but I want you to experience something different. I want to try to give these guys just something that they want to experience, in everyday life. I've never even been to Hawaii. So through our basketball program, can we provide kids with unique experiences and lifelong memories that they'll remember forever? And, I think it'll be a really cool opportunity that we get to go. We leave December 3rd. So the wife's already going to be down there. She's leaving Monday.
Oh, is she really? Good for her.
Yeah, the whole family's going to go. And I say, hey, that's Al's Christmas present. We all head down. So it's going to be fun. So it will be. Yeah. So a lot of really good basketball, really good teams. We start off with a team out of Hawaii, starting to look at some film on them. And, then after that, it's pretty much a relentless gauntlet of teams we're gonna have to prepare for in a short amount of time. But maybe the sun and the waves will help us do that. So
there you go. Yeah. Well, y'all enjoy that trip, and
so fun.
There's still a possibility I'll show up if football has a bad weekend this weekend. We'll see. So
I hope you don't show up for their case, but you're always welcome.
Yeah. When you get back, you start district play. McKinney, December 9th at home, and then Princeton on the 16th is an away game. So you jump right back into it. So
our district's loaded. You're going to look it up, and we've been keeping taps, and everybody pretty much returned bulk majority of their teams where we lost a bunch. Or had some pretty key additions that are really going to help them. So it's going to be tough, but we're looking forward to it. And I can't wait to play that home game. That's going to be our first home game this year. So get to see what is going to happen there and get to have the community behind us. It's going to be really neat as we get back from Hawaii. So
yeah, get some rest. You'll need it. I think now I saw a stat someone posted that earlier in the week you had 21 road wins in a row, and I guess that's 23 now.
23. Well, technically, so it's true road games. So showcases don't count. So technically, it's still 21.
Okay.
Yeah. So the technicality, but
I don't know who set up that rule.
We call ourselves, one of the goals we had this year and last year's team. They call it Road Warriors, and we don't want to lose on the road. That was a big key. You could a good sign of a tough team. It's not teams that can only win at home, but they can win on the road. They can bring their own energy on the road and stay focused on the road. So we've been able to do that in some pretty hostile environments, and I hope we just keep it up. I'd love to extend that all the way through the district. So
that'd be
tough though.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Well, let's wrap it up this week. Again, we're going to do this every Sunday night, 7:30, and we'll get this posted for people. And the one I want to end tonight on, and you mentioned it a minute ago, you want to talk about it, and we should talk about it because Neo is just on a torrid pace to start the season.
Let me pull up his stats really quick because I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it wrong.
Well,
I will.
And he'll remind you that you got it wrong if you get it wrong.
I'm a great exaggerator too. Like I exaggerate all the time. So, all right now through 5 games, he's averaging 28.2 points per game.
Oh my God!
And 6 steals. 6 steals is almost more impressive than 28 a game. And he's shooting the 3, 52%, almost 53. It's 52.9. A good percentage for a high school, like an elite shooter in high school, shooting at about 40. He's 52%. Like he is playing tremendous. And once again, we don't have to. I tell him all the time, like you don't have to go score 35 for for us to win. Like you have pieces, but once again, like he's doing it so efficiently. As long as he's efficient, he's not a selfish kid. And you look at those numbers. Well, is he taking every shot? No, he's overly efficient. He takes what the game gives him. He's not, chunking up 33s in a game. Like he's taking and doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done. That's the sign of a really good player. And, obviously to do it at his size is just so remarkable. It's so fun to watch. I'm blessed to just get to see it and witness it every single day. It's a rare thing. Kind of a cool stat. I think he has maybe 17 more wins, or I think it might be less than that. I have to get this number back to you, but he's about to reach 100 wins as an Allen basketball player, which is incredible to do that. So my resume thanks him a lot. So he's helping me out.
Yeah. I know last night, and I can't remember, it was right before the half. It may not have been, but he drilled a very, very long 3. And the PA announcer goes, he just sank that one from Dallas. Yeah.
He's from Oklahoma, or he's not. He's from here, but his dad and mom are split. Dad lives in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So the whole family in Oklahoma came out to see him, and he plays AAU in the summertime in Oklahoma because his dad helps coach him. So everybody knew him up there. He was giving out autographs before games. I mean, the stands were packed. So I was nervous because I was like, he's going to come out jittery. You know, he's gonna try to do too much. Like, I have to be ready to help coach him through this. And he's like, Coach, just give me a hug. I'm good. Okay.
And he played very well last night. And it's, as you said, it's nice to have that senior leadership from a 4-year starter of a quality kid that can help these young guys as they, you know, get into understanding everything that goes along with your program. So it's really cool. Yeah.
It's a blessing. I'm telling you, I could leave and take the rest of the season off, and he would have it in good hands. So I don't doubt it whatsoever. So.
That's awesome.
I thought you were going to let us coach. Come on, brother.
If Neo's on the bench, it doesn't matter who's coaching. I'm going to tell you, he's that good. So he's elite. So we're blessed.
That's awesome. All right. Well, we appreciate your time. Have a good week of practice, and you know, maybe we'll see you Saturday night and down in Duncanville if we can stay up. Now we're old men; that may be past our bedtime, but you know,
we'll guy.
See. Yeah,
I got home at like 2 a.m. last night from the OKC trip. I'm just watch some film and take a nap.
There you go.
I appreciate you.
We appreciate it. Yep, we'll talk to you next week.
Y'all have a good Thanksgiving.
All right, you too, buddy. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.